Are you watching this video instead of doing something important right now? Congratulations, you're literally proving my point. What if I told you that procrastination isn't actually about being lazy, and your brain is basically playing tricks on you every single day? Stick around because the science behind why we put things off is absolutely wild, and understanding it might just change your life. Here's the thing that'll blow your mind. Procrastination affects 78% of workers and makes them anxious. Yet they keep doing it anyway. That's not logical, right? Well, here's where it gets interesting. Procrastination isn't a time management problem at all. It's actually an emotion regulation problem. When you're faced with a task that makes you feel anxious, bored, or insecure, your brain is amygdala, the threat detector, literally perceives that task as a genuine threat to your well-being. So your brain goes, nope, and makes you clean your room instead of writing that report, because cleaning feels safer than potentially failing at something important. But here's the kicker. When you procrastinate, you're not actually lazy because you're still being productive, just on the wrong things. Your brain is working overtime to avoid the stress, but this avoidance actually amplifies your anxiety the closer you get to the deadline. Scientists call this amygdala hijack, where your emotional brain overrides your logical brain, even though you intellectually know procrastinating will make things worse. The really fascinating part is something called present bias. We're evolutionarily wired to prioritize short-term needs over long-term ones because our ancestors needed to focus on immediate survival, not planning for next semester's finals. On a neural level, we literally perceive our future selves more like strangers than as parts of ourselves. So when we procrastinate, our brains actually think the consequences are somebody else's problem. And get this, chronic procrastination isn't just about missed deadlines. It actually causes measurable damage to your mental and physical health, including chronic stress, depression symptoms, poor sleep, and even cardiovascular disease. But here's the good news. Since procrastination is about emotions, not productivity, the solution isn't downloading another productivity app. It's about managing your emotions differently. Research shows that people who practice self-compassion and forgive themselves for procrastinating actually procrastinate less on future tasks. You can also trick your emotional brain by breaking tasks into tiny 5-minute chunks, focusing only on the next action rather than the overwhelming big picture, and replacing the reward of avoidance with healthier dopamine hits like going for a walk or calling a friend. The bottom line? Your procrastinating brain isn't broken or lazy. It's actually trying to protect you from psychological threats. It's just really bad at risk assessment. So the next time you find yourself alphabetizing your spice rack instead of doing actual work, remember, you're not a failure, you're just human, and now you know exactly why your brain does this crazy thing and how to work with it instead of against it.